you for that. Now, I hope that everyone is still feeling enthusiastic. We're only 1 week in, and like Vince says, sometimes it can kind of wane as we go along, but I hope everybody is still feeling enthusiastic about the challenge. It's only 6 weeks, so we can do it. I hope you all have like each other's numbers so you can kind of support each other, be each other's buddy in case you feel like, I don't feel like it. Call somebody, call somebody and just give each other a little pep talk so you can stay with it. So
Yes.
I mentioned a couple of areas in terms of hierarchy, things that are important for your nutrition, things that are important for your body's well-being. And I mentioned air, I mentioned water, I mentioned good quality food, I mentioned exercise, of course, I mentioned sleep, and that middle state, meditation, as some of the areas that we need to really focus on, give time and attention to. And there are things that are readily available to us. Again, I want to kind of dispel the thinking that we have to do something high tech or expensive in order to treat our bodies well, because we have the means. I hope some of you all decided to go for a walk and do some deep breathing. I hope some of you decided to just sit yourself in the sun and soak up some of that good sun, because it does. I mean, scientists know about vitamin D, but God only knows what things they don't know that the sun is actually doing for us to help us just feel well and be well. So I got a couple of questions at the end of the class last week, and it happens to fall under one of those categories. So I'm going to go in a little bit on that particular subject area. And that area was the parasympathetic system that I mentioned. And the parasympathetic system is what helps to govern sleep and the repair that needs to go on. So I'll just pull back a little bit and say that sleep, which is what we do naturally when it's time to rest, for many people has become unnatural. It becomes difficult to do. It becomes difficult to unwind, to just relax and feel rested in the morning. And we have to kind of get back to basics. Sometimes we have to just hit that reset button to get ourselves back where it needs to go. Because sleep should be effortless, especially if you work hard, it should be effortless. So we have two main parts of our nervous system. We have the central nervous system and we have the peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system is basically just the brain and the spinal cord. The peripheral has a couple of different components. Sympathetic part of the nervous system. The sympathetic part of the nervous system, as I mentioned last week, is responsible for your externalizing activities. So the autonomic nervous system is responsible for involuntary bodily functions. So we have the sympathetic side and the parasympathetic side of involuntary bodily functions. So the sympathetic part of the nervous system does things like for fight and flight. You've heard about that expression, fight or flight. You get that adrenaline rush because you need to do something extra externally. But it's responsible for all about externalizing kind of activities, like it widens the blood vessels. It makes sure blood goes to the external muscles. It doesn't send it towards the internal organs. It sends it to the external muscles so that we can take care of whatever we're doing in our external world. We do get that adrenaline rush, not because we're running from lions and tigers or bears anymore, but we may have coworkers that we feel like we have to be defensive with or we have to be offensive with. So we still get that same surge of hormones that are responsible for externalizing our activities, responsible for the pupils dilating. It makes us responsible for taking on whatever the external world has for us. Conversely, the parasympathetic is what's for rest and restoration. So it slows down the heartbeat. It relaxes the body. One of the main indicators, one of the main means of being able to turn on that parasympathetic nervous system is the pineal gland. Pineal, potatoes, potatoes. Some people pronounce it differently. But the pineal gland, which is located deep inside the brain, is responsible for regulating that circadian rhythm that says, oh, it's time to sleep. Oh, it's time to wake up. And the way in which it does that is it excretes a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is what says to the body, oh, it's time to relax. It's time to get ready to rest. The way in which that pineal gland excretes the melatonin is by registering the amount of light that's coming in to it. So if you are a nighttime worker and you're up at night, meaning, there are lights on and you're up and you're busy, then that pineal gland is not getting the signal that it's time to relax. It's not releasing the hormone, the melatonin, because you're still up and it's still light. It responds to the light in your environment. So as I'd mentioned last week, that we're not naturally nocturnal creatures. So when we're up at night and that parasympathetic part of the nervous system is supposed to be up and active, meaning, as I mentioned, it's your body's repair crew. It's what restores, it repairs tissue, it excretes hormones that allows the body to go into a deep state of relaxation. And if you don't get the melatonin being excreted, then you can't really enter into that state very long or very deeply. So, which is why even things like, even if you're not a nighttime worker and you're at home, but you've got lights on and you've got music going and, they're just things that are stimulating to you, like being on the computer, that light that comes from the computer screen, it's constantly signaling to the brain that I'm still up. I'm still externalizing. I'm still awake. So that hormone that helps you to relax and go to sleep is not being excreted. So you have challenges being able to relax and being able to rest and able to enter into that sleep state. So one of the things that you can do to help your body, if you're not a nighttime worker and you're home in the evening, is to start dimming the lights, right? Don't have the lights on so bright. I wouldn't recommend sleeping with the television, right? Because you're constantly getting that light and the electromagnetic impulses from that television that's still signaling to the brain, I'm awake. Even if you happen to close your eyes and start dozing off, you're not going to enter into a deep state of sleep because it's still being stimulated by the light and the energy being emitted from the television. Also, not having your cell phone near you, because that still emits electromagnetic pulses as well. That keeps us awake. Don't have the computer open and awake. I would give yourselves like 2 hours away from the computer before it's time to go to sleep. Doing things like taking a shower, a hot shower, doing things like taking herbs that'll help your body to start calming down, like chamomile. They have the sleepy time tea mixtures also to help your body to relax. Don't engage in conversations that are going to be unpleasant, conversations, before you go to sleep. Do things that are going to bring some calmness to your mind. But also you have to make sure that your physical environment, in order for that melatonin to be turned on in the pineal gland to help you to sleep, you need to be in the dark. So if you don't have, say you have a partner that wants to be up and wants to watch television, maybe you can get the sleep mask just to cover your eyes. Close the blinds. If you have the blackout curtains, close the curtains. If you're not comfortable sleeping in the dark and you need a night light, a low one, have one low on the ground. It's not high up and it's not, hitting you in the face with a bright light. Have it lower in the room just to kind of emulate a little bit of light, and see if you can use the sleep mask to help it stay dark for you so that melatonin can be emitted like it needs to be, and so that you can enter into the deep state of sleep that you need to naturally enter into. Now, if you are working at night, that's a whole set of problems that come along with it. Now, I know we are humans. We're at the top of the food chain. We're the rulers of the planet. We can climb the highest mountain. We can swim the deepest seas. We can do whatever we want. We can eat whatever we want. I mean, for the right amount of money, we'll eat scorpions, right? You know, to help pay off our bills, right? We can do all kinds of strange things that we can put into our bodies if we want to or choose to, unlike other creatures that are going to be functioning purely by instinct. I don't care how many bowls of strawberries you put in front of a lion, they're going to be like, what is this? Right? There's no interest there whatsoever. So for us, we can force ourselves to stay up at night and work the night shifts for that nighttime differential or scheduling considerations that we have, whatever reasons that we've decided to work at night. But just understand that there's a consequence to working those nighttime hours because one, as I mentioned last week, that parasympathetic is not going to kick on like it's supposed to, right? Because you're up. You know, you're up, you're awake, it's light, and you're not going to be able to have that system function like you need to. It causes a disruption in the sleep cycle, right? Because that melatonin is responsible for setting that circadian cycle. So now you're up when your body is supposed to be sleeping. So a lot of times people that do work at night, they come in and they lay down to sleep for the day, but they usually don't sleep very long. They don't sleep long and they don't sleep deep. A lot of times it's broken sleep. They might sleep for a while, then they get up and do some things, and then they lay back down. So they're not getting a very restful sleep either. So they end up becoming sleep deprived. I mentioned to you all that I work also, in addition to health, I also work in the wealth arena. I'm a broker for life, health, and disability and annuities. And I can tell you that if you are a nighttime worker and you do that for a long period of time, meaning that's what you do, you work at nights, it's not like it's something that you do once in a while, you're going to get rates that are going to be higher than people who sleep at night. If you're up all night and you're awake all night, they already know, statistically speaking, you tend to make more mistakes. You tend to have more accidents. Why? Because it affects your body's metabolism. Your digestion doesn't work as well. You're predisposed to developing things like diabetes and insulin sensitivity because you tend to eat at night because you're up at night and you take your lunch breaks at like 2 in the morning. It's not the time that you're supposed to be turning on that oven. You know, your stomach requires a lot of heat in order to digest food. It's not the time to turn on that oven at that point. So you start destabilizing the digestive system. Also, in addition to just cognitive challenges, you're not as clear, you're not as bright when you're up at night versus sleeping at night. And hold on one second. Let me just take a quick look because I made some notes to myself. I didn't want to leave anything out. In addition to the insufficiency of sleep, increased obesity, diabetes, and metabolic disorders as well. People that work the night shifts also have a higher risk of heart disease as well. And of course, you know, cognitive decline and mental health impact. They tend to be left out of a lot of social events, you know, that take place during the day because you got to sleep. So a lot of times it's a little bit more lonely, and people end up with suffering from things like depression and isolation from working those hours as well. So it really has a strong impact on your health overall. So I would say if you do have a health condition that you are challenged with, to make the effort to switch your schedule around, put yourself back in harmony with what the body's natural flow is, which for humans is being up in the day and sleeping at night. Um, as a preventative measure, if you do work a night shift and you don't happen to have any kind of health disorders, that's a good thing, but you should be working towards trying to switch that around so you don't create problems for yourself down the line. Um, I remember my dad worked the night shift for years, and even when he retired, he was still on that schedule. He would sleep until like 2 in the afternoon, and then get up and start moving around and start getting ready for his day. And then he'd be ready to go out at like 8 o'clock. I'm like, Dad, where are you going? Like, where are you going? What are you doing? But he was just, so used to that nighttime schedule that it really turned his clock upside down. So, any questions about anything I'm mentioning so far? I'm gonna
I know
pause.
Kilana had a question in the chat box. You see it? Does the parasympathetic nervous system relate to the REM stage or another stage of
Does
sleep?
it relate to what?
To the REM stage or another
Sure.
stage?
Sure. I mean, that's part of the problem because a lot of people that sleep during the day don't enter into that REM sleep. That's why
Hmm.
they're feeling tired. They kind of irritable. They might sleep, but they're still sleep deprived because they don't enter into those deeper states of sleep.
Right, that's a good question. Any other
Hmm.
questions in regards to what Sky just spoke about? Okay, so let's
Sleep,
talk about
sleep is also
some.
used, just so you know, sleep is also used as a torture device, right? Sleep deprivation, you can
Yes,
you can literally make a person go crazy just being sleep deprived. So just understand that when you are working nights or you're not sleeping well, even if you're not working nights, but you're just not sleeping well um, in the nighttime like you're supposed to, it's absolutely affecting your cognitive functions. You're irritable, you're snappy, you're not clear. It's a problem. And you don't see it a lot of times. A lot of times you're the last one to notice the problem, right? Because your cognition is off. So
true.
it's important to get that rest in. Do your best to try and um induce a state of relaxation for yourself. And also, of course, you don't want to do things like taking stimulating drinks in the evening that have caffeine in it, because that'll keep you awake. And that includes sodas that have the caffeines in it. That includes things like green tea, regular Lipton tea, of course, coffee, things that are caffeinated. Avoid those in the latter part of your day so it doesn't keep you up at night. I know for myself, if I drink coffee after 2 o'clock, I'll be awake. I can be awake till 4 o'clock in the morning, if
Mm,
I've had like caffeine to drink that late in the day. So you have to know your
wow.
body and just respect the fact that you have to make time to rest well.
Hmm. Yeah, and Kilana had another follow-up question. She said, and I heard this before, is there any such thing as catching up on your sleep? You say you get 2 hours of sleep tonight, and then over the weekend you want to catch it up. Is there any such thing as catching up on your sleep?
No,
No, I didn't think so.
no,
You don't catch up once you,
no.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
But that's a
no.
good question, though.
Hmm.
That was a good question. But now, what I want to do, because I know most of the people who join the program, they want to see some type of weight loss, right? And we know exercise will help you to lose weight, but nutrition, you can focus on nutrition and still lose weight while doing a minimum amount of exercise. That's true. But of course, they both go hand in hand, and actually, they're better together. But for those who are looking to lose some weight, but using nutrition, what do you recommend that they eat? I know it's basically everyone is different, but what would you recommend starting out if you're trying to lose weight and you want to eat healthy?
Well, I would avoid the extremes where you're skipping meals because then you kind of start feeling deprived. Just psychologically, you start feeling deprived, and it's not fun. And then you just go back to eating the way that you were used to eating before because you just didn't feel satisfied. I suggest taking smaller, more frequent meals than doing the whole I'm going to eat one meal a day. You know, I think that works a little bit better. We tend to be more grazers, we tend to want to snack. So I say choose your snacks wisely. Instead of reaching for a bag of something greasy, salty, crunchy, as a snack or a sugary snack, plan your snacks so that you can have something that's a bit healthier. And, so you have to kind of do a little pre-planning to make sure you bring those things with you wherever you're going. And I would say allow yourself to eat more frequently, but eat smaller, more frequent portions. I think really helps with, moving that along. So you're not feeling like you're deprived. You can eat and still feel satisfied.
Right, most definitely. And what's the difference between a vegan diet and a vegetarian diet?
Well, vegetarians can include dairy products. It's just no meat, right? So that doesn't include fish, because sometimes people will say, I'm a vegetarian, but I eat fish. Well, then no, you're not a vegetarian, right? So you
Right.
you eat fish, and that's okay if a person wants to eat fish, right? But vegetarians can also include dairy products, whereas vegans don't eat any kind of animal products.
Mhm.
So that includes the dairy products as well.
Okay, good. Now, all right,
And then
that's
you have your plant-based vegans also, which is a more of a focus and concentration on eating plant-based foods as opposed to um there are processed vegan products that you can get in the stores now. Being a vegan, being a vegetarian is a lot easier these days, but there are a lot of processed and packaged vegan options as well that are not the healthiest. Some of them can be very actually quite high in fat content, high in sodium content. So people that are plant-based vegans go for more plant-based foods that they're eating, less processed foods.
yes,
Because you have vegetarians and vegans that can eat French fries and donuts and pizza, right?
mm,
That's not a plant-based diet.
right.
You can be a junk food vegan also, vegetarian also.
Yes, which leads me to my next point because sugar is a major issue today, right? And you find sugar in so many products. What do you recommend for someone who's trying to lose weight, but they have high sugar cravings?
You can take something like um what is it? Um gosh, I'm just forgetting the name of it. Um Sorry, I
Like
just
you,
went blank. I just went blank on the name of the supplement I was just thinking of. But there is in Ayurvedic medicine, there's a supplement that's called Sugar Buster. You
sugar
can
bust.
Google that, Sugar Buster. It helps to break the craving. It's an Ayurvedic medicine, and that
Mm.
helps to cut the craving for sweets.
Cravings. Yeah, because
Hmm.
that's major. That is major. Because so many people, again, are dealing with these with obesity, and as you know, obesity is a major issue because of how we're eating. And again, cravings. We have these cravings, and there's such a thing as emotional eating. I
Of
think
course.
75 emotional eaters, and we normally crave high processed sugary products, right? When we are emotionally stressed out, right? That's
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the first thing that we learn, as infants to satisfy ourselves is something that we're swallowing, something that we're eating, something that we're drinking to bring satiation, and calmness to ourselves. And of course, we've learned to associate foods with good times, family, friends, gatherings, that those are times that we connect with, the emotion of feeling happy, feeling satisfied, those good foods. But we can begin to replace those foods. I don't say, get rid of that, because we are supposed to be able to come together and enjoy each other over good food. But you want to start being able to start switching out some of the things that maybe we grew up with that we now know may not be the best thing for us to eat. And that of course becomes a challenge during the holiday season, but the more you learn how to kind of switch things out, the easier it becomes. I remember when, I was, my children were younger, and, I would have to bring things to the family events because I knew it was going to be there. And of course, I don't want them to feel left out. So you start learning how to create those substitutes so that you can still enjoy just like everybody else is enjoying.
Well, most definitely. I remember, as a matter of fact, one of our participants who's on the call now, she told me she was invited to some type of party and she brought fruit salad to the party. And I think
Hmm.
it's called barbecue. And people like, hey, where's this? Where's the chicken? Where's the fry? Whatever. But she brought fruit salad because this is what she wants to eat. And she's
Hmm.
helping those who perhaps wasn't so interested in eating healthy, but now they have this to eat, which is a great that she did that. That was really took a lot to do, but I commended her for that because not only is she's going to be eating healthier, but the people at the party is going to eat healthy too, which is great.
And they'll enjoy it. They're gonna eat it
Oh, enjoy it.
too.
Exactly, exactly. But it
But
was
even things like just modifying certain dishes, like, instead of pouring tons of sugar, even brown sugar, in your candied yams, maybe you might want to substitute um, agave for the sugar that goes in there. You substitute the agave, which is not going to be the same kind of problem as the white or the brown sugar for that. You can make mac and cheese using non-dairy cheeses, making non-dairy cheese sauces, and have your mac and cheese. There are any number, and I do cooking classes also. So there's any number of things that you can trade out for those dishes that you've come to know and love. But you can just veganize it. And
hmm.
there's no shortage right now of just even Googling things online to find out ways to approach preparing for the holiday season.
Yes, holidays are
Somebody,
coming.
somebody asked about the how do you tell the organic from non-organic
Right.
produce? And in addition to just it being labeled, the regulatory agencies, like it's the USDA in the United States, you have the PLO codes that are on the labels of the fruits or
Mhm.
vegetables. So if it's a conventional fruit or vegetable, it's going to have four numbers. If it's organic, it's going to have five numbers and it's going to begin with the number nine on it. And, and they have regulatory agencies that, I mean, so, we can't necessarily follow it back to the farm
Mhm.
unless you're maybe at a food market and you're there with an organic farmer. But it's supposed to be monitored. And organic, it just means, again, that you're not using synthetic pesticides. They do use pesticides, but they're not the synthetic pesticides that get made in the laboratories. I mean, as someone who gardens, I garden and do my own pesticides when necessary to deter insects from taking up space on certain types of plants. So they use natural pesticides to kill the insects or mold or fungus, and they're non-genetically modified. And you'll notice also that with organic foods that they may not be as uniform because farmers put a lot of effort in making sure that their fruits and vegetables try and look perfect. And you'll see them with the wax on it because they're extra shiny and they have
Oh,
um they put coatings on it just to make it more appear better. So your organic fruits and vegetables may not look as perfect, but that's because that's how things grow in the world, in the real world. They don't all grow exactly the same. Um, and and also sometimes they're not as plentiful because you have this big business farming, so they can produce a lot more than say an organic farmer, which is a lot more labor intensive. So, so there's a difference in the pricing because of the efforts that go into making sure that the produce is natural and healthy.
Mhm.
So that's the basic difference between those two.
Okay, I want to take a couple quick questions before we wrap it up with the nutrition part. It was from Marsha. Marsha, she asked, what can you do nutritionally if you are dealing with thyroid imbalance that causes so many issues such as weight gain, insomnia, muscle weakness, joint pain, just name a few. Thyroid
Hmm. That's a bit of a challenge for me personally, right? Because I'm not sure what um if there are any kind of dietary restrictions with a thyroid condition. Is the doctor telling you there are things that you can or cannot have?
right, that's something I guess you would have to speak with her directly on her situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Okay. Now, what about when it comes to sugar? I think Glenna asked, when we are thinking about sugar content, how many fruits per day can we eat without being particularly concerned about the sugar within them?
Well, unless you're already hypoglycemic, or I mean, even with diabetes, the fruits that you get from just eating fruit is not going to throw you over the range, right? Because if you're eating a pear, if you're eating an apple, you're eating it along with the fiber that's included. So it's not like you're going to get a big rush as with you to put like 2, 3, 4 tablespoons or teaspoons of sugar in a drink, right? Then you're mainlining the sugar. But if you're eating it in its natural state, then it's really not a problem. It's really not a problem.
Yes. Yes. I I agree. I concur.
Hmm.
And PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome, Brits wants to know, what about that? I guess when it comes to nutrition, is that what you're asking for, Brits? Brits? She says, and PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. Do you know anything about that?
I can't go into like specific,
Detail.
diagnosis like that without a bit more research.
Right. Okay. All right. But this has been helpful, very much so, because I know we don't want to go too far in because we have the exercise class coming up next. But if you have any other questions for Sky, you can actually Sky will be with us again next Tuesday at
Hmm.
7 p.m. All right.
Hmm.
You can definitely ask more questions. But this is so important, and I so appreciate your time because if you can get a hold of nutrition, that is a major part of it. It really truly is. We are in many ways what we eat. in many
Absolutely.
in many ways what we're consuming, and unfortunately, diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's, they were not, even cancer was not so prevalent 100 years ago, over 100 years ago. But now, what has happened? What has happened is we're eating everything under the sun that's not even from the sun. And that's the problem. It's not nature. We have to eat what God's candy is fruit. Okay? We have to eat what God made, not what man made. If you start thinking like that, before you put anything in your mouth, did God make it? No, then you probably shouldn't eat it. I mean,
Right.
these
I mean, when I take my students into the supermarkets, we usually stick to the peripheral, right? Stay out of the middle aisles where everything is packaged and boxed and processed. You
yes,
want to try and get fresh fruits and vegetables as the majority of your food intake. Of
yeah,
course, the beans, the legumes, those kind of things, and then whatever your source of protein is as well. But, of right now, the United States government allows over 10,000 ingredients
mm,
into what we eat. Like, I mean, that's just absurd. That's just absurd. The amount
yes,
of things that food producing companies are allowed to dump into these boxes, the boxes and packages that we eat. So I say stay away from the things that come in boxes that you just add water, add milk, add whatever, and poof, you've got food.
And food.
Um, yeah,
Because it's not food.
exactly.
I have
Or it's food with a side of a bunch of other things that can really do your body harm.
may
Yes.
I ask a question? How many ingredients did you say, Sai? Good evening.
Good evening, over 10,000. We
Mm-hmm.
started with 700
Mm-hmm.
additives. It's all the way up at 10,000 ingredients that can be added to foods legally.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That makes no sense. But you know what? We have to take charge of our own health because
And let me tell you, let me just mention one more thing here and why it's so important to look at your labels. It's really important to look at your labels. The latest thing that they're doing now is they're putting on the labels bioengineered ingredients, right? Look for bioengineered ingredients, right? Because these are ingredients that don't even have to be food, right? And
yes.
Bill Gates
Mm.
has come up with this is crazy. You're going to think I'm just making this stuff up, but I'm not because you can actually Google it. They are making proteins now using crickets,
Mhm.
right? So they're crushing up crickets and they're powdering them to use as additives to create proteins. They're also using um um what do you call it?
I heard about the crickets. That much I did see that.
Um there's a whole nother milk that they're creating also that's just maggot milk. They're
Oh
using
my.
maggots to make
Whoa.
milk. And you know,
Really?
of course, where they're sending these foods right now. They're sending these foods over to third
Africa.
world countries
Third world countries,
to
yep, dump
experiment
them.
on this, to
Dump
experiment on it. But it'll be coming to a public school near you,
Mm.
them.
right? Because that's where it's going to come back to. Eventually, it's going to come back here, and that quote unquote free lunch program, there'll be a
Yes.
price to pay for that free lunch program.
Yes.
So it's absolutely essential to examine what you're eating. Read your labels, get into the habit of reading your labels. And we could do a whole lesson on just label reading.
Yep.
Read your labels and make sure you're looking at the labels of all the things that your children are eating as well. Because a
Yes.
lot of the misbehavior that's going on with our children has nothing to do with them. It has a lot to do with the effect that these chemicals are having on their immature brains, you know? Things like
Yeah.
aspartame, things like artificial colors and flavors and sweeteners. I mean, they affect our children in such a profound way, and then they want to drug them and say
Yeah.
that they're hyperactive, that they can't still sit still, and they can't because their brains are on fire, with these chemicals that are in them. You're saying, what's wrong with you? And they can't even tell you what's wrong with them because they're out of control. They don't know how to control themselves because the chemicals that they're taking in through a lot of these snacks, a lot of these drinks that they're taking in just has them off the
Mm.
chain. They can't help it.
Unbelievable. Well, thank you so much, Sky. Next week, let's talk about labels, okay? Let's start off with labels and we'll go in
Okay.
from there. All right. Well, look, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
My
And
pleasure.
all right. And if you have any more questions for Sky, put it in the chat box and I'll email it over to her. Take care.
Thank you.
Next up, Carmen. Yes. Let's get that exercise on. Put the spotlight on Carmen, please.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Sky, for all the information.
My
So
pleasure.
important that we eat healthy because that also affects how we perform and how we are the energy that we have when we work out. So, make sure that you're taking all of this into consideration. Eat your fruits, drink your water, get your rest. I hope that you guys had a great 3-day weekend and you got some rest this weekend and you're all ready for some Soca fitness. Are you ready?
Oka
Put your
Fit.
thumb. So we're gonna go to the Caribbean with the music vibes, and we are going to tone it, stretch it, work it out. So we're going to get our cardio. So make sure you have your water. Make sure that you have a towel in case you get sweaty. You can have shoes on or shoes off for this class. Modify where you need to as far as any type of marching, jumping movement, modify that for my knee people who have knee issues. And also type in the chat, let me know how you're feeling today with your bodies. Are there any concerns, anything I should know about today? Or you can come off mute and let me know. Either way, you type it in the chat if there's anything, neck, shoulders, back, hips, feet, all of it. If your day has been stressful, we're going to work that out. So we'll do 10 minutes of stretching. We'll go right into the cardio, and then we'll do some core work and cool down. Okay, Kaylana, general stiffness in my upper body muscles, shoulder, back. Okay, so I'll work that out for you. Great. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start standing. So come into a comfortable stance with your feet hip width apart, standing up nice and tall. We're going to isolate parts of our bodies. Oh, let's see what it says in the chat. Doing okay? Okay. Some neck issues. All right. Well, we're going to work out all those issues. We're going to dance it out, stretch it out, work it out. And then I'll check in with you at the end of this class and you let me know how you're feeling. All right. We're going to start with our feet apart. Bring the arms up, stretch it up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now stretch over and stretch those legs out to the side. That's it. Nice. Now we're going to take it low. Reach across the body, reach down towards the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it up. 1. Bring it to the shoulders, to the knees, to the toes, and reach it up. Bring it to your shoulders, to the knees, to the toes. A little faster. Reach it up. Shoulders, tap your knees. Toes, reach it up. Shoulders, knees. 2 more times. Reach it up. Shoulders, tap your knees. Toes, last one up. Shoulders, knees, toes. Good. Reach it up. Alternate right and left. Stretch those arms up. That's it. Looking good. Now you're going to reach across. Reach across the body. That's it. Wrap it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Bring it to the hands behind your back and bring those shoulders forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now rock those hips side to side. Bring the hands to the waist. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now just move those shoulders back. Circle those shoulders back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And circle forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Circle back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and circle forward. 2, 3, 4, that's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, nice. Stretch it across again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take the arms all the way up and circle around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Hold on. Interlock those fingers. Stretch them over the head. Yeah, that's it. Here we go. Over to your right. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the left. 2, 3. Stretch it over. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. Right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the back. Look up to the ceiling. Take those arms over the head. Lean that torso back, hips forward. Now bring it forward, flat back. So stretch, reach towards me. Good. Reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Stretch it all the way up and reach those arms out to the side. And reach. 1, 2, side to side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Circle the right, left, and the right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And circle to the front, right and then left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Circle back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time to the front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. All right, interlock those hands. Here we go. Feet hip width apart, knees over the toes. Here we go. We're going to squat down. 1, 2, 3. So clasp those hands, and then as you come up, press those hands back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now you're going to keep those hands clasped. Now you're going to twist to your right. Your knees are going to go to the, so you're reaching to the left, knees to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good. Can you take it lower? Down towards your knees. Then bring it back up to the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Over the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now, I just want you to pump those arms, circle them in towards your chest. That's it. Work those arms. That's it. And 1. Step to the front. 2, 3, 4, and step back. 2, 3, 4. To the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it back. To the front. Good. To the back. To the front. Keep going. Last time to the back. Good. Now you're gonna open, close. So open, push those elbows back and cross those arms in front of the chest. Open, close. That's it. And your knees are bent, your feet are grounded into the floor as you're doing this movement. Can you take it side to the right and left? That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you step to the front? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Just rock it out. Move those hips side to side. Breathe. Looking good, guys. You can take a sip of water if you need to. Remember to take breaks when you need to. Do what feels good for your body. Good. Now we're going to take the arms over the head, wave it side to side. That's it. Take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to reach it up. Left, right. Bring it down. Reach it up. Up. Take it up. Take it back. Take it back. Step forward. Forward. Back. Back. Forward. Forward. Back. Can we speed it up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. Have fun with it. Good job. Here we go. Open and close. Step touch side to side. Open up that chest. Here we go. Front and back. 1. Back, back, front, front, back, back. Good. Last one. Here we go. Open, close. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach it up. Front, front, back, back. 2. That's it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to add a new step. Roll it. Tap that foot. Tap the left foot. Roll those arms. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take the arms up. Breathe. There we go. Take it down. Reach down to the floor. Take it up. Take it down. Here we go. Open the chest. Tap the foot right and left. Roll it to the right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the left. To the right. To the left. Here we go. Take it up. Front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back. Good job. Good job. You did awesome. Get a sip of water. We're gonna keep going, but I'll give you a few minutes if you need to get a sip. Just step touch. Keep it moving. All right, we're gonna march in place. Knees up. Here we go. You're gonna step left and right. Open those arms. Step to the front. Reach those arms out to the side. That's it. Looking good. Now we're gonna scoop. Both arms are scooping to the right and left. 2, 3, 4. Then you step back. So this is what the arms are doing. Then you make them bigger. You scoop to the side. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Then you step to the front. Then you step to the back. Add a bounce to it. And to the back. 3, 4. Good. And take it back. Good. March it out. Knees up. Knees up. Knees up. Now reach right and left. Reach those arms out to the side. That's it. Here we go. Then scoop down, down, scoop down, down, and up. Now move with it to the front, 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 front. Now take it to the back. Move to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back. Good. Rock it out side to side. Breathe. All right, I'm going to add on another movement. Here we go. So you're going to start with your head. Then you're going to cross at the shoulders, waist, knees. Okay? So head, shoulders, waist, knees. Head, shoulder, waist, knees. That's it. Head, shoulders, waist, knees. Head, shoulders, waist, knees. You're rocking it out. Good. All right, we're gonna speed it up. Head, shoulders, waist, knees, head, shoulders, waist, knees, head, shoulders, waist, knees, head, shoulders, waist, knees. Let's rock it out. Nice. To the back, the front, 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 back, 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 back. Swing those arms to the right and left. Enjoy yourself. Awesome. Here we go. You're gonna circle the hips around. 2, 3, 4. To the left. Circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're gonna add the arms. 1. Stir it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stir it up. Faster. Stir it up. Good. Now march it out. 5, 6. Now we're gonna do the other side. Take it slow. Stir it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you go lower? 7, 8. Faster. Here we go. Work that waist. Stir it up. Stir it up. March it out. Breathe. Here we go. We're going to do it again. To the left. Here we go. Slow stir. Stir it up. 6, 7, 8. Faster. Here we go. That's it. Here we go. March it out. Breathe. How we doing? We doing good? All right. Here we go. Last set. To the right. Stir it up. 2, 3. Stir it up. Here we go. Faster and march it out. All right, we're gonna take the knees up. Here we go. Side to side. To the back. To the front. To the back. Knees up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. Side to side. Take it back. To the front. To the back. Here we go. Knees up. Breathe with it. Here we go, to the front. You can take your head with it. Side to side. Nice. Here we go. March it out. Wave, breathe. Take it low. Good. Get a sip of water. Get a sip of water. You're doing awesome. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. All right. Now you're gonna kick back. Kick. So you're kicking. Kick to the front. To the left. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. 5, 6, 7, 8 to the right. Back to the front. Good. To the left. To the front. To the side. Last set. Back to the front. Here we go. March it out. Breathe. Good. Now you're gonna open the arms, tap the right, tap the left foot, then open the arms to the right. To the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let the eyes follow the hand. That's it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Last one slow. Here we go. Singles. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow. Stay there. Good. Breathe. Awesome. Awesome. All right. We're going to work the feet some more. We're going to do some footwork. All right. So you're going to take your right foot, go toe, heel, turn it in and out. Toe. So your arms are going to mirror that movement. So bring it up, left arm up, then right arm up. Got it? Faster. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And wave. Let's get ready to do the left side. 6, 7, 8. Now get those arms ready. Turn that left foot in. Here we go. 6, 7, 8, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Looking good. 6, 7, 8. Sway left and right. Step to the front, step to the back. Good. Step to the front. And back. Front and back. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sway right, left. Move to the front, move to the back. That's it. Good. Here we go. Other side. And 1. Sway to the right, left. That's it. Move to the front, move to the back. Last set. 7, 8 to the right. Sway. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Good. Get a sip of water if you need it. Wipe your brow if you're sweaty. All right, we're not done yet. All right. So what we're gonna do now, you're gonna reach down to the floor, to your waist. Reach down, down, up, up. That's it. 4 more. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're gonna chug to the front. Chug. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you're gonna roll to the back. Roll. Chug to the front. Scoot. And chug back. Chug. Take it back. Roll it back. Step, 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 step. Good. If you can't chug, you can always do this in place. Just lift those heels and rock front and back. Then you could stay in place and roll side to side. Work those abs. This is a modification. Just rock it. Front, front. Lift up those heels. Then roll. Back, 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 back. Good. And chug. And take it back. Last set. Chug. Take it back. Good. Nice. How we doing? We all right? All right, let's slow it down a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna move. We're gonna give the water. Okay, so move like water. Take it up and down. Breathe. Good. 2 more sets. Bring it up. Bring it down. Last one. Bring it up. Bring it down. Now you're gonna use just the right, your left. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then bring it up. Bring it down. Take it up. Nice. Bring it down. Here we go. Right arm down. Then bring it up. And wave it down. And bring it up. And bring it down. Last time. Bring it up. Good. Keep both arms up. Keep those arms up. And you're going to scoop it down. And up and scoop it down. Bring it into the body and scoop it out. Down and up. Yeah, that's it. Nice. Just like you're rowing the boat. Row the boat. That's it. Nice. A little faster. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going. Work those arms. Breathe. Keep going. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Nice. All right. I want you to take your left arm over your head, reach that right arm over to the side. You're going to throw it, circle it over your head. Good. Spin that flag or your towel if you have it. Good. Here we go. Switch to the other side. Here, put your right arm up, left arm out to the side. 6, 7, 8. 1. That's it. Here we go. Other side. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Shake it out. Awesome. Now take it around. Bend your knees. Circle it around. Breathe. Good. Stay over to the right side. Touch your toes. Stretch. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And stretch it up. Over the head. Stretch over to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in the middle. Take a slight bend in the knees. Breathe. Awesome. Awesome. We're going to take it down to the floor. Stretch those legs out in front of you. Take those arms up overhead. We're going to cool down. But before we cool down, we're going to do a little core work, I promised. All right, so you're going to bring that knee into the chest, or bring the right knee into the chest. 2, you can also modify and do this sitting in a chair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Stretch it up. Reach for your toes. Reach to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good. Flex those feet. Take a slight bend to the knees. Round over. Breathe. Good. Stretch those legs. Round over. Breathe. And stretch those arms up over your head. Good. Now you're going to lift up your right leg. Clap underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bring those knees up. Bring the hands behind your head. Lower halfway. Sit up. 1, back. 2, up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Stretch the legs into a V. Stretch over to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotate. Try to bring your head to your knee. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Exhale. Good. Now stretch over to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And rotate. Bring the head to the knee. Good. Walk it out in the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch and breathe. Breathe into your lower back. the center of your back, the upper back. Good. Stretch those arms up overhead. Hold on to your elbows. Stretch over to your left. You're holding on to that right elbow, pulling over to the side. Good. Switch, stretch over to the right, pull that left elbow. Good. Open those arms side. Reach the right arm across. Bend that left elbow. Pull that arm into your chest. Lift up and then exhale. Squeeze. Press it into your chest. Good. Switch to the other side. Reach the left arm across your chest. Bend the right elbow. Good. Lift that arm up. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. Pull it in towards you. Excellent. Stretch it out. Interlock them. Stretch over your head. Circle around to the right, left, and back to center. And then circle to the left, to the front, side, and back up. Good. Circle those wrists. Shake out those arms. Good. Shake out those legs. Good. Punch those fists to the front. Alternate bending those knees. Good. Now bring those hands right by your side. Bend those knees. Take the knees over to the right. And then bring them over to the left. Good. Swing them around. Good. Come to your feet. Rock it out. Stretch it all the way up. Take a deep breath in. Can you rise up on your toes? And then bring it down to the floor. Exhale. Stretch, bring it all the way up. Open your arms, circle them down. Bring them up and towards the body. And then breathe out. Good. Give yourself a hug. Twist to the right. And then twist to the left. Good. Come to center. Bring the hands to the waist. Circle that head around to the right. Good. And then circle that head around to the left. Good. Move those shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now bring that left knee in, up, and bring it down. Bend your knees. Right knee up and down. Good. One more time. Bring it up and bring it down. Good. Stretch that left foot forward. Flex the toe. Reach towards that toe. Stretch. Bend that opposite knee. Hold it there. Breathe. Switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Stretch it to the back. You can use a wall if you need to, or a chair so that you can find your balance. Switch to the other side. Good. March it out, shake it out. You did it. I hope you're feeling amazing. Clap it up for yourself. That is your Soca fitness for today.
and I feel amazing.
Diana.
I'm so glad to hear that. You look amazing, everyone. You guys did such a great job. Tell me how you feel. Type it in the chat. Thank
Yes,
you, Diana. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Elizabeth.
That was awesome.
Awesome.
that is so good. That is so
Thank
good.
you, Glenna.
Yes, feeling pretty good, Kilana said. Good. No, she has some.
Awesome.
Hope Trisha's doing better as well. You know, this is great. Soca Fitness. And I like how you mix it up, though, you know? I like how you mix it up because, you know, exercise should be fun and you make it fun, you know, and otherwise
Thank
it would be hard, you know, it wouldn't be exciting to do. And I try to tell people, I said, look, you have to find activities you enjoy, you know, like with Soca Fitness, Zumba, body, yoga, Pyo, how you mix it up is amazing. But even for those of you who are tennis players, swimmers, you know, joggers, whatever it is, you know, golfers, find activities that you like to do and do those activities. Those activities are going to keep you moving and you're not going to even know that you're working out. The problem with us is that as we get older, we become more sedentary. We sit down more than we stand up, you know, and sitting has become the new smoking, right? And because sitting down so much, you're not challenging your heart and you get heart disease, right? So we need to move a little bit, but move and be happy. Dancing makes you happy? Dance, move. That music comes on, you want to move and groove? Do it, because you're doing it for your body. You get one, you've got to take care of it, like we said. And for those of you who've given me your fitness nutrition forms, I appreciate you for that. And I will be responding to you via email. Some of you I may even be calling to check up on you, see how you're doing. Because you know, in the beginning, I asked you to set specific, measurable, realistic goals if you really want to see results. Now, so I hope that you have a goal in mind. And if you share that goal with me, then I can give you some hints, some tips on how to achieve it. We want you to achieve your goals. But it starts with taking charge of your life, eating healthier, and exercising. Move that body. Get out there and do it. Something like walking 30 minutes a day would help you. You would be surprised how much weight you lose just walking. All right? You'd be surprised. I've spoken to people who've lost 20, 30 pounds just walking every day. I was speaking to Liz earlier. She said she walked, instead of taking the bus back when she was going out today, she walked, going to a destination, and she walked back. You know, burning more calories. Then you come home, eat some fruit, drink some water. You know, again, God's candy. You're good to go. This is what it's all about. All right. So now I know it's past 8:30, and we don't like taking you past the time that we said that we would hold the program. So if you don't have any questions for me at this time, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on Thursday, where we're going to mix it up again. Different type of activity with George. A little body conditioning, a little strength training. It's going to be challenging, but it's just what your body needs, right? So when you come to the program, you get just what you need. Not only what you need to hear, but what you need to feel and experience. And that's what it's all about. If I can just let you know what's possible. Earlier today, Liz wrote she wants to rewrite her story in the chat. And that's exactly what we're doing. Every time you come and you work out, you're rewriting your story. You want a better outcome than before. And I believe that we have everyone is a part of our WhatsApp chat room. I believe we have all your numbers. If not, please let me know. We'd like to stay in touch with you via WhatsApp and also via email. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, so I see any questions in the chat? No? Carmen, they're saying thank you. Sky, thank you. You guys really made this program possible. This class was amazing. Thank you so much. But I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Okay, but you guys, again, you may be hearing from me in the next few days. So you see my number pop up, 917-523-7379. Don't don't ignore it, okay? I'm calling to check up on you, to see how you're doing, and to see what are your goals. What are your goals? If you don't know, I'm not going to be able to know. I'm not going to be able to help you. But set specific, measurable, realistic goals for the next few weeks, and let's see how we can help you move towards those goals. This is meant to get you on the right track, all right? That's what this program is about, to set you on the right track so that after the program, you're going to keep going. You're going to know what you need to do, because it doesn't get easier with the holidays coming up. That's when most people put on the extra pounds, right? November, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And you know, New Year's is where the number one resolution is to lose weight. But unfortunately, only 8% of the people keep that resolution. Elizabeth said we get on the right track to a new destination. Exactly. All right. With that being said, you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you on Thursday at 7 o'clock. Take care and God bless.